Welcome everybody to Sharing Your Journeys. So I have somebody really cool on. Honestly, I was really excited to get Markus on to Sharing Your Journeys because his journey is super incredible. So I'm not going to speak too much here. I'm going to pass it over to Markus and his beautiful wife Ingrid. And Markus, tell me where you're from and how did your whole hosiery journey and fashion journey start?
Yeah, hello. Nice to see you, Soni, and thanks for having us on this sharing of the journey. So we live in Germany, actually, deep down in the south in Bavaria, near the town of
Nice.
Regensburg. It's a beautiful area, and
Oh, I can imagine.
yeah, and my wife actually comes from Scotland.
Yeah. But we
Oh,
live
you're
in a tiny
Scottish.
village.
Yeah,
A
I
tiny
have to
village,
admit, what part of Scotland?
um, from County Angus near Brechin. I don't know if you've heard of it. Between
No, I don't think I have.
Dublin
I'm trying to pinpoint the Scotland map because I've only been to Glasgow and Edinburgh. So
and
and Leith, that's it.
further north, further north.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
so we live in a small town, which is a spa town with
Yeah.
thermal water. We have
Mm.
what is it, moor, natural moor, and
Oh
we have
yeah.
sulfur water. So whenever you come here, you're invited to enjoy
Thank
this.
you. Oh, I will take you up on that offer at some stage. Believe me.
So in our village, there's more visitors than inhabitants. You know, because
Really?
it's a real hot spot for health freaks.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
and,
I'm keeping that in mind.
and we're known in the village, yeah? Not just
Yeah.
because we live here for a long time. So we live here for about 35 years. And we're married about
Nice.
35 years, live here 35 years, and
Nice.
the same job for about 35 years. So we are known, but also because of my free dressing style,
Yeah.
everybody knows me.
Well, I'm going to say, because for those who haven't, okay, I'm going to drop all your links in the description below anyway. But oh my God, I highly recommend everybody to check out your page because it is every time I look at your page, I'm just like, it makes me smile because it's like, it's so nice to see. You're so proud of what you wear and where you are and just everything, and it's just so beautiful to see. So I get really excited every time I see your content, so you best believe I'll be posting you everywhere and sharing your stuff everywhere. It's just one of those, you need to see this profile.
Thank you. So, but to come back to your question about hosiery, my earliest recollection of wearing knitted tights is as a small boy. I remember how my brother and I were crawling on the carpet, playing with toys and building blocks and whatever.
Yeah.
And we were wearing right bred knitted tights at that time. And it
Yeah.
was completely normal here in Germany that boys at home in the 60s and the early 70s were wearing this type of, it's not hosiery, it's tight, it's knitted woolen tights or whatever.
Yeah.
And the thing stopped when we started to go to school.
Yeah.
Only the girls were wearing tights at that time, skirts and tights, and the boys were wearing trousers. But as a young boy, you don't ask yourself why this is. You just do it. You accept
Yeah.
it. I was looking for a photo, but I couldn't find a photo from this early time. So I'm sorry, but I have it. It's still in my mind. And
Bless.
as the time passed by later on, as a young man, I still loved seeing the girls showing the legs, beautiful colors, beautiful patterns in the tights, and I was a bit
Yeah.
envious because I remember that we were doing the same thing when we
Yeah.
were staying at home, you know.
Yeah.
And well, we come back to hosiery a bit later because I need to give you a broader view about.
Oh, please do. Please do.
And one thing that also was from my early ages is that I somehow got the idea in my head that I rejected, that I refused to wear pajamas. I don't know how I got that idea in my head. I was always wearing nightgowns. And maybe that was from a movie, like an old granddad climbing up the stairs in his slippers and his candle.
This candle walking up the stairs. I can picture it exactly.
Maybe, but I'm not sure. But I somehow got this idea, and I'm wearing nightgowns for nearly all of my life. You know, not pajamas. And another very early point in my life was when a friend from Sri Lanka gave me a present of some sarongs. And I started to wear the sarongs at home in the evening or at weekends, or when we went to a beach vacation or whatever. So I was used to wear different types of clothes than just trousers. And we visited a lot of countries. In the meantime, nearly about 100 countries we have seen on 4 continents. And when we came back from Egypt, Oman, or whatever, we always brought things along. And so I was also wearing Arabian style of garments at home.
Wow, you're building quite a collection.
Jalaba or Dishdasha or whatever the names were in these countries. So, I had never ever any problem with wearing different types of clothes. And then came another thing. I was 18, and this was my first visit to Scotland with Ingrid, and we visited relatives of hers over there, and they somehow got the idea in their head to dress me in a kilt.
Oh, proper Scottish attire,
They gave me a coat which fitted, and the spawn, the flashes, the jacket, the shoes, everything, and I loved it.
Full thing.
There's still a photo of this time of me with a naked face.
Oh wow, that I would. Oh my God, that I would love to see.
And I loved that kilt, but then I heard how much it cost. It was a fortune, because at that time, 40 plus years ago, there were tailor-made kilts, and I was a student. I could not afford a kilt at that time, so I forgot about kilts. And I was going along with my sarongs and the Arabian style of garments, and with my nightgowns, and suddenly 7 years ago, we went to Scotland, and then the journey really gained momentum.
Wow,
but
okay.
In between, in these 40 years, as I said, wearing these things at home, we have seen a lot of museums. Countless museums, and bam, in every museum, there they were. The men in skirts, the men in dresses, the men in garments, in robes, in silken stockings, in ties, shoes with heels.
With heels on and everything.
All over the epochs, starting from early Egypt to Babylon, Persia, Greece, Rome. They all were wearing skirts or robes or whatever. And in the Middle East, they had this, I want to say, look at the photos, but it's the paintings. They had this red stockings, not stockings, but they were stockings. But you had to fit them somewhere. It was not like the modern type of hosiery. Even 2 different colors at that time. And
wow,
it's made me somehow envious when I saw all these paintings and sculptures and so on. And I said, why am I supposed to wear boring trousers? What is the sense of that? You know, it's a social construct somehow. Because in other times, men were wearing different types of clothes. And they were still men.
They were men.
Exactly. If anything, they were classed as like manly men. They were very men back in the day compared to now. It's very wishy-washy, isn't it, really, what you can...
And they were warriors, they were nobility, whatever, you know. And after the French Revolution, men were wearing trousers and women were wearing only dresses and dresses to hide everything. And okay, I don't want to go too much into fashion history because I want to talk about what my journey. But this were some thoughts that I always carried in my head. And as I said, 7 years ago, one of our grandsons, he turned 18.
Oh.
And he had the idea to go to Scotland for the whiskey festival.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, we do that. I love whiskey, so we go to Scotland for the whiskey festival. And we drove up to Edinburgh to stay there for a couple of days before we went on to Ireland. I love the peaty whiskey.
Oh, yeah. And the whiskey's good generally.
And in Edinburgh, on the Royal Mile, there were a lot of kilt makers. And so we just went into the shops, had a look around, and saw this beautiful blue tartan kilt. I learned it's blue, it's Ramsey blue modern, and it was tailor-made for somebody, not for me, but for somebody, and he didn't pick it up. So I got a good price on it. It was my size. So I can say I had a tailor-made Ramsey blue tartan kilt, and I bought a spawn and flashes to go with it and everything, and I wore it during the vacation.
And for the boys.
The boys also got kilts.
Yeah, so they were all three in kilts.
Yeah. And I loved it. And I had some trousers in the suitcase, but I forgot about them. I was just wearing the kilt. So when we came home to Germany, what to do with this kilt? I started to wear it at the weekends. Every weekend, whenever I could, because it cost still some money. I got a good price, but it still cost some money, so I wanted to wear it. And I got a lot of compliments. Got the compliments in Scotland and here too. And the people said, hey, wow, this looks great, you know. And my workmates have seen me running around in a kilt in the shop, in a normal shop, and say, hey, you've been to Scotland, it looks good. And because it was easy for me. Ingrid is from Scotland, so saw me in a kilt. It's nothing too...
There's nothing out the norm, really.
Yeah. But then came the German summer, which was very, very hot that summer. And the traditional kilt was too warm to wear. So I said, what to do? And because I loved the way of dressing, and I did some research on the internet, and I found utility kilts. Utility kilts of denim, of leather, and they did not cost too much. So I ordered them. I ordered these utility kilts mainly from Pakistan, where they are made. Some from GB. And I started to wear them. And then suddenly something happened. The people said, hey, why are you now wearing skirts? I said, it's not a skirt, it's a kilt. And I had to explain all the thing. What is the difference between a kilt and a skirt? Because their head over here in Germany, a kilt is something with a caro, tartan, and a spot, whatever, because that's what they have in their head about Scotland, you know, and not the utility kilt. Nobody has seen that here, you know. Now they know. Okay, so I was explaining, and suddenly I was fed up with that, and I said, well, grab the skirt from my wife. A longer skirt, a lightweight skirt, but it had a tartan pattern on it. And people said again, hey, nice kilt you wear. And I said, no, it's not a kilt, it's a skirt. No, it's a kilt. No, it's a kilt. It was so crazy.
Oh my God.
I said, so what really is the difference between a kilt and a skirt? Well, don't ask a Scotsman, or in UK, you all know. But over here, they did not really, they couldn't tell the difference. So what is the difference? Both are fabric, both are pattern, both are color. But what's the difference? One you have clothes with straps, the other you have a zipper or whatever, but where's the difference, you know? And so I started to mix wear kilts and skirts. And because we're the same dress and shoe size, I did not need to buy my first skirt.
Even better, share a wardrobe.
Yeah, yes. So we just shared, and I just grabbed whatever I liked, and I had a good advice. She said, "This looks good. This outfit, put it together," and this is how it all started, and it gained momentum. And
Yeah.
people at work, they always ask, "What did you wear at the weekend?" Because he and she has seen you somewhere. What did you wear? So I brought along some photos on my phone, and I was showing them the photos, and
Yeah.
but I could not always have the photos, and this is when I started my website. Because Ingrid,
Right,
she
makes
loves
sense.
to take photos, and whenever we went out of the house, whenever we left the house, we had the camera with us, and wherever we went, we did some shootings. Just
Get you.
quick ones in front of a door, in front of a park, or whatever.
Yeah.
And just to document what I was wearing, and I put it on my website. Now I'm coming back to this website you said in the beginning. The website is called, may I say that? It's called.
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, of course you can.
I don't want to advertise it, but it's called.
No, it's fine.
It's modemood.de. Mode is fashion. MODE is fashion, mode.
Yeah.
And Mood is my family name, MUTH, Mood, which is also an old German spelling of Mut, M-U-T, which means courage. So it's a German word game between
wow.
between my hobby, the Modemood, the fashion mood, or
Yeah.
that I started to have. And the website is completely non-commercial. I don't advertise brands, labels, or companies or designers. It's just a window to to window to see what I'm wearing, what I'm doing.
Yeah. And for those of you who didn't catch it, so I was just say, for those of you who didn't catch it, I will put the full website details in the description so everybody can obviously check it out, because everybody needs to see it.
Thank you. So unfortunately, the introduction is only in Germany. Maybe I have to translate it one of these days. And it has some of my ideas that I have about fashion. It's and so let's go back. We started the website. I had tons of photos. I think in the meantime there are 2,000 or 3,000 photos on it. And there are many more photos residing on the computer, but I don't have the time to process all of them.
Yeah, I was going to say there's a lot of those.
And so it started with a kilt, it went to a skirt, and then came the winter again. And so the skirt was too thin, became too cold. The kilt was warm enough, but then we had suddenly minus 10 degrees over here, 10 degrees or 15 centigrade. Oof. And the socks alone were too cold for me. Maybe for a true Scotsman who can do that all the time, I don't know. But for me, it was too cold. And then suddenly the socks grew longer again, and I was wearing knitted tights. So
they come back.
I'm doing the full circle back to my ages, to my childhood. And here they couldn't tell the difference if I was wearing woolen socks or knitted tights with a kilt. In Scotland, no go maybe, but here in Germany, they say, "Hey, nice kilt you wear," and if it was combined with tights. And as I was playing around with kilts and skirts, it was also skirts with hosiery. In the winter, it was knitted, and then came the spring. And in the spring, I went into the hosiery at full speed, which means first simple ones, just black or the color fitting I was wearing. And then later on, more adventure. Oh! I love to. I will always love to see beautiful hosiery on girls. And I said I was envious, and I said, "Why? I start to wear that again." Myself and well, that's the way how it all started. And in the meantime, I wear anything, which means kilt, skirt, dress. I have a dress on, tights, hosiery, or heels, nail polish, or jewelry, whatever, you know, because I think fashion should be free for everyone. So I love hosiery, but it's only a part of the whole journey.
Yeah, I get that.
And when people ask me why I wear what I wear and what it is all about, this different style that I created for myself, I said it's not a fetish. Yeah, when I wear hosiery or tights, it's not a fetish. I don't do it in secret or only within my own walls. No, I go out in the public, and I have no problem with that. Yeah, because I feel comfortable in whatever I wear, in any type of clothes. Yeah? From early childhood on, I had never a problem to wear anything from any epoch, country, tradition, or whatever. And now I'm even free to wear any wardrobe. That means male, masculine, feminine, or whatever you want to say that.
Yeah.
If you look at my photos, they range from hard to soft, from real warrior type and gothic type. We have been at the Wave Gothic Week in Leipzig last weekend, so I was completely black, you know. But,
I remember you saying,
but on the other day, I had a nice leather skirt with fishnets, you know. That's also me. And,
what a combo.
Yeah, I love to wear anything. Yeah. And when these people ask, what is it? I say, well, it's not fetish. It's not drag. Drag is something, some form of art, which is you build a personality, you play the role of this, you dress up for it, and you do all the makeup, do your show. But what I do is more the daily life. I think to wear anything in my daily life. So I also said it's not cross-dressing, because cross-dressing has the idea that you want to pass as a woman, a man wants to pass as a woman, to dress as a woman and behave with different gestures. So that's not what I'm doing. It's okay for me. Whoever wants to do that, it's nice too. But that's not my thing. So I coined a word which is called free dressing. So it's not it's free dressing. It's a free style of dressing. And, I say I just celebrate Article 2, Article 3, Paragraph 2 of the German Basic Law. It says men and women are equal.
I do believe that.
Yeah, and I really believe it. You know, 100 years ago, the women were fighting for the votes to write, for the right to vote. Sorry, they were fighting for this, and they were also fighting for being able to wear trousers. Anything that they come along, you know. That's and I said it's not a one-way street, and men can do the same. Yeah, I can wear a dress or hosiery or whatever. This is my equal right. I accept when my wife wants to accompany in trousers, and she accepts me in heels and skirts. We have the equal right.
I get that. And you know what? It's one of the most beautiful things to see is the fact that you have somebody like Ingrid who is so supportive of that. You know, instead of like, why would you do that? I'm sure there might have been questions to begin with, but the fact that, you know, whether it was good, bad, ugly, whatever, you've managed to move past that, and she fully support. I mean, you share her wardrobe, you share her heels, like it's so incredible. But it's really that is just astonishing. I love it though. It's like, oh my God, wow. I'd love to share my wardrobe with someone like that. But I think it's beautiful to see, and it's really nice to sort of show people out there, like there are couples like you who actually are very, very supportive, and you know, who can just, do you know what, do your thing. And like how I always say is just be you, just be true to yourself and dress how you want to dress, feel how you want to feel, do what you want to do, kind of thing. So it's so nice.
We're at the stage in our life where we think, well, we do what we want. It doesn't matter what people think about us.
Yeah.
You know, there's always going to be somebody who says, oh, look at them. You know, we're at the stage where you think, okay, who cares? You know, who cares?
Yeah.
We're having fun. We're having fun. We're enjoying ourselves. And if somebody doesn't like it, they can look away. You know, we're not forcing them.
Yeah, no, I totally 100% hands down agree with you there. It is, at the end of the day, I always find, like, when I was like in my teens, I'd be like, oh my God, you would care about what people think, what people say. And it's like, actually, do you know what? The older you get, the more you realize you don't actually care. You just want to do what you want to do and just enjoy your time. So I totally understand that. Wow.
So I could talk a lot about fashion history, but my idea is not to explain I'm wearing a dress because the Romans had a blah and whatever, you know. No, I wear whatever I want because I have the equal right. That's my idea.
Yeah.
Everybody else can wear what he, she, it wants, you know.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, no, I totally get that.
It's also when I would say only men eat steak and only women eat vegetable, everybody would say you're a bit crazy. This is a stupid idea. Or only men listen to hard rock music and only women to classical music.
Yeah.
It doesn't do it, you know. But when I say, well, only men wear trousers and only women wear skirts and dresses, then it becomes tricky. When I say no, men can also wear skirts and dresses. Oh no, you can't do that. Why not? For me, it's completely illogical. And as I said, I studied mathematics last century, last millennium. And if something is illogical, I can't accept it. Yeah? And I can't accept that clothes are being gendered, are being sexualized. Yeah? I don't like this. And I think who genders clothes creates a gap between men and women that must not be. If you have this gap, you can never reach equal rights from both sides.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, and I totally understand what you're saying as well. And quite a few of people have said that to me before, in the sense of, because it's like how men and women, it's black and white, and because you've got this gray area, people don't know what to do. They don't know what to say, what to think, what to feel, and it is very sort of It's I can understand. I don't know too much about it, so I don't really want to comment so much, but I do understand where people are coming from with it, to be like, yeah, actually, where is that? What do the people in the gray area do? Where do they go? Kind of thing. So yeah, I get that. I do get that.
I wouldn't say that I'm a rebel or I break traditions or whatever. No, I'm creating a new tradition for me. Maybe every tradition started with somebody, you know. I don't know if I was the first, but I was at least one of the first who did it. Maybe.
Yeah, exactly. You'll go down in history.
Look at him. That was one of these guys who started wearing skirts and everything out there. You know.
No, it's true. It's true. Right, so I'm just thinking we're coming near to the end, and I just wanted to ask you, just because obviously I like to ask everybody this question. But for everybody who is going to be watching, and you best believe I'm promoting this everywhere, so we're going to have a lot of views everywhere. But for everybody who is watching, is there a message that you would like to share with everyone?
Yeah, I would say, I would put it in one sentence that I always say. It's fashion is fun, not gender. Wear what you want and be happy. I do. I am. So
I love that. I love that. Every time I love that. It's just simple, clean, concise, done. But I like it. I like it.
And before we finish, this was actually what I was wearing today when going shopping. Yeah, I just
Oh yeah. Please show. I want everybody to see this.
I'm wearing nice tights and I'm wearing nice shoes.
I love those shoes. As soon as I saw polka dots, I was like, oh, that's right up my street.
So this is completely normal for us in our
Yeah.
daily life. At home with friends, abroad,
Yeah.
in vacation, at work, just wear what you want.
Yeah. No, 100%, 100%. And it's like how I see it with you. It's like you're living your best life. Like that's what I mean. I love looking at your page because it fills me with happiness thinking there is somebody out there who's living their bestest life to the fullest that they can. And it's beautiful to see. And it gives me the confidence and like the encouragement to go and do the same. So
Yeah.
I'm hoping it does it for other people as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but thank you so much, Markus and Ingrid, for coming on. I really appreciate your time. And obviously, if it's okay with you, I'd love to do a part 2 with you guys, and we can delve more deeper into the whole fashion sense, because I know a lot of people are probably going to have a lot of questions about kilts and skirts, and obviously just sort of the whole kind of dressing in between. So yeah, it'd be really cool if you guys would like to come on to do a part 2 at some point. And just tell us a bit more about your journey and more about fashion, because I know a lot of people would like to know more about like men's fashion, well, genderless fashion, I should say. So yeah, it'll be really great to have you guys back on.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. It was a pleasure.
Oh, it was an absolute pleasure. Honestly, it was great. So thank you so much, guys. And until next time, I will see you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.